Hello. We are live.
Uh-oh. Hey. Okay, we're live. All right.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Hey, everyone. I don't have all my... Oh, shoot. I got a problem. Hold on one second. So we have a studio issue.
We were not prepared.
Maybe I should have gave him an extra minute or two to get pretty.
Get himself pretty, get his room pretty. What's going on over here?
HEXican. That looks like a throwback. I like that one.
It does.
Like
There we go.
I'm shiny pulsing it up today.
This is old school right here.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
That was before they could figure out how that gradient can flow from color to
Yeah,
color.
that's like...
Yellow, orange, pink.
That was a non-gradient. I think this is one of the early hacks. Speaking of early.
Comments. There we go.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tour Talk Tuesday. This is where the tour team will be talking about what happened on tour when we get back, what has happened in the past, what's going to be happening, and getting suggestions, talking to you guys, talking to people that are going to be on the tour with us, or have already been on the tour with us. So we're going to turn this into a little show so you can help us make the tour better, help us to get the information out about the tour. And hey, if we're going to fill stadiums, we got to start somewhere. And this is where we are starting on Tour Talk Tuesdays. Damn it.
Don't you love that name?
I love it. I love it. Tour Talk Tuesday.
Alliteration is lovely.
Yeah, I tried to make it a thing back in the day, but I couldn't get like more than like 5 people to show up to my stream. So we are already at a 10x. We are killing it.
I can't see how many we have. I can't see how many we have, but that's okay.
It's growing.
I can
give me access 59. 60.
We got 9 people.
It's going up. It's going up.
Okay. Yeah. Right when you turn it on, it takes a few minutes and then the algorithms kick in and then people start seeing it on Twitter and everywhere else and they start coming in. So if you are watching it over on Discord Syndicate or if you're in Twitter, please do us a favor and go to, is that what it's called? Tour Talk Tuesdays on YouTube?
It's Pulse Chain Tour Live is our channel.
So Pulse Chain Tour Live, please go to Pulse Chain Tour Live, subscribe there and view it from there. We're just kicking it off on DS and kicking it off on my Twitter just to kind of get the people knowing where it is and how it's going. So please go like, comment, and subscribe over there so that you guys can participate also in the live chat, because I am not monitoring the live chat over at Discord Syndicate at the regular channel if it's there.
It should all come into our StreamYard. We should be able to see everything, right? Maybe.
Not if they're commenting on Discord Syndicate's YouTube.
Got you.
So they won't be.
I might be able to see that. I can go over there, say a thing.
Yeah, we can turn it on. And I don't know if that's. Did you have? Let me see here real quick. I'll go over there. You don't have one set up for it.
You can't do that. It's just restreaming. I just meant like in the.
Oh, you're restreaming it through Restream. Yeah, it still should be pushing the chat over there, though.
We'll figure it out next time. I'll just
well, let's run a banner across the bottom to tell everybody where exactly to go.
All right. I'm checking to make sure that I don't give them the wrong information.
Great job. Thanks, everyone,
for bearing with us.
That's growing pains, right? It feels like how the tour started. Just,
No, it's not. It feels exactly like my streams go every time, so I'm not.
Oh, dear.
Well, they've been getting
is it Pulse Chain Tour Live? Is this it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Let me see.
I need to make sure.
He says, you got to hold on.
Dang, you guys are learning and knowing who I am.
That's right. It is Pulse Chain Tour Live.
So Pulse Chain Tour Live is good. Let me see what Discord Syndicate is looking like. However, it is not over there
I don't
live,
see it.
so it's just showing up on. It didn't go through Restream for some reason.
It's on Restream.
Well,
It might
go ahead and give the people what they came for. We got 130 and counting, and they are watching us troubleshoot our streaming issue.
Right.
Yeah, don't worry, DJ Bar. So we'll clean all up afterwards. So let's get this show on the road. So everybody, again, this is going to be Tour Talk Tuesday on the Pulse Chain Tour Live YouTube channel, where we're going to be talking about the tour and growing the tour and bringing it to you as far as what transpired over the last trip, what's coming up next, and maybe getting suggestions. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to bring on guests and all kinds of good stuff and make it better and better and better until we fill up stadiums. And that's the goal. We want to get as many people to these events as possible. So what I want to start with is a conversation that we were having in the green room. The reason that we do these things, because the three of us here on this panel and this show know the value behind putting these together. If there wasn't value in them, and I'm not talking about monetarily for us, because we know damn good and well that there isn't any of that for us. But the value is the relationships built, the networking that's created, and the enthusiasm that we grow within the community for us to all go out there and get in front of people to tell the story of Pulse Chain. And that's what it's really for. And we've seen a lot of success with it, especially during the bear market when everybody had disappeared and everybody was upset and angry and mad about things. Not our people. The people that we saw on tour, everybody was happy, positive, uplifting, and ready for the bull market to come. And yeah, we may have all been, felt like we've been beat down, but that wasn't the tone of what the people that come to the event. The people that came to the event wanted to be there. They were excited to see the people that were there. And quite frankly, the meetings after the meetings showed that that's exactly what was going on. We were happy and we are not a glum lot and we had a good time. So that's why we do these events. The reason that they started was I knew back in the beginning when we first started, back in the adoption amplifier days, that these were going to be necessary. So we held the first meetup, and the first meetup was out here in LA at a park with myself, Brasology, Dollar Cost Crypto, Crypto Vince, and Yash Deep. And the five of us there were the first HEXicans to ever meet in person and actually hold an event. And we sat under this big tree in a park and we talked about the future a little bit amongst each other. And then we all kind of gave a little rant about what we thought the future was going to look like. And it was pretty exciting. And by the time we were done, we were high-fiving, shaking hands, and we went and got something to eat and broke bread with one another and had a good time. And those guys are all friends of mine and lifelong friends, and we've been around each other for a long time. I haven't seen Yash Deep in a long time. And Vince pops his head up every once in a while. But all good people. And that just coalesced into what we are having today. And the reason that this tour is started is because there happened to be another group of people called Crypto Spawbuck with A-Bit and Patrick and Black HEXican here. Oh, or was here. We lost her.
Oh,
sure can you see her? Can you see her in the green room? Or maybe that was just let's see what happens. So I'll keep telling the story. So there was a group called Crypto Spellbook, Patrick and Abit, that they started touring the U.S. And as they started touring the U.S., they were unruly and they needed some management. And HEXican stepped in and said, "Hey, I'm going to make this thing work because you two boys on your own are liable to screw this all up." And she got in there and started working with them. And they just so happened to be out here in the California area at an event. And I was close by, and they invited me to come hang out with them and speak, whatever. And so I did, and I went out there, and I got to the event, and I just, I've only been to events that were unorganized, just us kind of showing up. And I started noticing that there was kind of like something weird going on in the air. And then I started sensing that, oh my gosh, I have to go register at a table or come in, and there she was. There was BlaKC already glaring at me like I didn't belong there. Like, who the hell is this guy? And I'm like, I'm RG. What are you talking about? And I'll let her take away the story from there because
this is way before the highest of stakes.
Yes, this was way before the highest of stakes.
To me, he was just a guy in a bandana that didn't stop at my registration table. And I was like, "Who are you? Did you RSVP?" And then somebody looked at me like, "That's RG3." And I was like, "Yeah, but did he RSVP?"
No, you didn't. You said, "I don't give a fuck who he is."
But yeah, eventually I let you in. And I was like, "Oh, this guy must be the celebrity in the community," because you just had like this swag about yourself. Like the way you sat in the chair, you kind of had your leg kicked out. We offered you a nice seat in the front, and you were like, "No, I'm good with my people in the back." I was like, "Who's this Cali guy?" But yes, that started this beautiful relationship that we have grown over these many years.
Yes. So that was meeting one. But I've got to admit, right off the bat, I was impressed with her. And I think I even imparting, I said something to her, like she was doing a great job, I thought. And I always kept that in mind because, when you're networking, when you're doing things like this, you look for talent, you look for people who are doing things, who are making things happen, because at that point in time, there were very few people in the HEXican community that were actually, putting their money where their mouth is, or putting their talent and their sweat equity where their mouth was. And I noticed that she was doing that. And it was like, okay, we got one here. This is a solid community member that's putting in the work, because she didn't have to do that. I knew that there was no money in all of this stuff that we were doing. That meant that she was committed. And then as time went on, I realized that not only was she committed, but she was convicted, meaning that she was here for the long run. She was here to make this thing grow, whether people liked it or not. And so when it was obviously natural progression, when we talked about doing the Pulse Chain tour, that we call her and dangle a carrot out there and see if maybe she took the bait. And yeah, she took the bait. She said, "Well, if you guys are going to do it, that's what SJ saying. Like, we didn't want to ask because we didn't want to get a no. We didn't want to get our hearts broken. But if we threw enough out there, maybe she would just, well, hey, I'm the right person for that job, and you should be asking me." And that's kind of exactly happened. And we high-fived, and we're very, very happy at that point that she wanted to actually be part of this. So, and now here we are. Now, as far as SJ getting on board, of course, she is connected to a lot of my friends, and we actually met in Vegas, right? Mm-hmm. But we don't want to tell that story, right? We don't want to tell the story about Vegas. Is that the mansion party? Was that what? No. We didn't meet the man. We met at dinner. We had a group of friends, and and you were there with your wild and crazy hairdo, and
Yeah, I had the hex
colors.
gradient colored
you had a
hair.
hex gradient hairdo. And I was like, oh, cool. But I mean, we were sitting there with Cosmic Cowboy and the rest of that whole group. So, you know, you kind of fit right in.
Fit right in.
Yeah. There wasn't anything odd because she was, you know, there was a whole bunch of burners there. And that's when we first met. And then, of course, there was the party afterwards in Vegas at the mansion at Nagabo's mansion, right? Was that what it was?
That sure was.
Yeah, you guys had lots of fun there. That's for sure.
For sure.
Whatever happened to what happens in Vegas?
I know.
I didn't say anything. I just said that's where we met. and you know, there was a lot of things that happened at that party. Nagabo threw some pretty decent parties. So yeah. And then so of course now here we are. Here's the team, and all last year we traveled the country together, and we, you know, all parted after we got done and cringed, hoping that SJ was going to make it to her next location and it wasn't going to cost us too much in bus funds to get her there. And Kaylin learned, I'm sorry, BlaKC learned my, what would you call it? Bougie ass accommodations and flying preferences. I have adjusted a little since. I have adjusted, and
Yeah.
instead of
You don't require a bidet in every bathroom.
not a bidet in every bathroom. It doesn't have to be first class every time. I'll fly business class also. I have actually gotten on to Southwest Airlines twice now.
Here we go.
We should be getting some free tickets or something from them, or some discounts for mentioning them so much, shouldn't we?
Every time your face makes that cringy look and you say this, you're like, yeah. You think we should get awarded for that, huh?
Yeah, maybe, probably not.
I love Southwest. They're fantastic. Give me.
What part of it's fantastic other than the price? What's fantastic?
2 checked bags.
Yep.
Oh, I get checked bags in my first class.
And you pay like 5 times
what that's what I said. Besides the money,
that matters. That matters when you're not a retired crypto retiree, whatever.
Okay, but like, first of all, those pretzels will choke you. Like if you eat those pretzels,
any airplane food.
No. On my first class seat, I get the dinner I order.
No.
And it's good too. And I have right of refusal. I can say, you know, so I can say, I don't want the food tonight. I'm okay. Thank you. And I can just go to sleep or whatever, or drink my Heineken Zero, because right when I walk in, Mr. 3, can we get you your Heineken Zero? And that's what they call me in first class, is Mr. 3. They don't say, hey, you're not in group 1 through 15. Get back in the line. They say, would you like something to drink, Mr. 3? And I'm having my Heineken while everybody else is walking through the plane. But like I said, I get to eat, and it's not a pretzel that's going to choke me. Or what else do they have? They don't have anything else, just those pretzels, right?
All
Yeah.
right.
Beverages. I mean, it's not Spirit or Frontier. Like,
aren't those for like ex-convicts and stuff when they're moving around from freaking different prisons?
Yes.
Oh.
What was that, Con
like
Air?
buying bus fare.
That's kind of how it feels like. It feels like a bus in the air, an Airbus. That's what it feels like.
All right. Well, we're not flying Southwest to our next destination, which is Utah.
Yeah. What are we flying?
I think Delta.
Ooh, I like Delta. Delta's probably runs well. it's different. International is different, but locally, Delta's right there with American as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, but I booked it, so that means you're in peasant class.
I'm in general population, you're saying, right?
Yep, Jim Pop. I am not spending that kind of money on a 2-3 hour flight. Like, I am a steward of our tour funds. I will never, and I know you're willing to buy your own flights and all that great jazz. But even your money, I'm like your wife's best friend. I'm like,
I know,
spending her money.
I know. When you say that to me, though, I go, I didn't want you to save that money. I didn't need you to save that money. There's certain things that I need and service when it comes to airlines or what I like. It's like when you go out there and you have to be thinking about everything that you got to do. And you know me, I have a hard time with the thinking thing, right? And making sure I'm where I'm supposed to be at certain times. And if I'm late, if I'm whatever, then I like to be able to run up there and, and get my square thing taken care, or not square,
Clear.
Clear.
Yeah.
Go up to Clear and get through the TSA thing. And then
you want to board in the final 10 minutes and have your seat reserved and not have to actually be on time and all that. We get it. But it is what it is, Cap. Let's talk about the good stuff. Where are we going? Why are we going?
Okay, so we just got back from the most amazing, Vegas trip. And because Vegas was so good, because you did such a great job of putting the events together and making it fun for everybody, guys, it was more than just Vegas. Like, you think of Vegas, you go there, you see a show, or you go gamble, or you go to a nightclub or whatever. No, it wasn't. We did things. We went to Area 15, which was this all Art Deco place. We had a very wonderful barbecue meal there in a really nice restaurant. Everybody hanging out, checking out all the kind of cool, crazy Burning Man art and stuff that was there.
Yeah.
What's that?
Can I tell them a secret about you real quick?
Wait. Well, then it's not a secret if you're going to tell it.
I mean, like, anybody who knows you knows this, but I don't think that it's like wildly like known how much you love ribs. Like, there are ribs on a menu. Like, this was not actually a barbecue place, right?
Yeah.
Like,
it
had all kinds.
It was a barbecue right behind us.
It was great. Like, the food was wonderful. But Cap's gonna call it a barbecue place because if there are ribs on a menu, he is ordering it. It doesn't matter if it's like Korean short ribs, if it's barbecue ribs. Like, this is the rib master.
I love me a good rib.
Can you make you a good rib though?
Yes, I make excellent rib. In fact, I make a spare rib that will curl your toes. I'm telling you right now. And it's not barbecue style. It's kind of a lemon pepper. It's we call them ghetto ribs out here, right?
We'll
it's just it's from the neighborhood. Like, they taught me how to make them out there, and they're just nobody makes them like I do. Nobody. I mean, here they do, but not out you can't buy them in public. That's for sure. So yeah, I am a connoisseur of the rib, and whenever I do see them, I get them. And here's the best thing about traveling and getting ribs, right? So you can get the whole rack, and then you could take half of that rack back to the hotel room with you, and they're very easy to eat and not too bad cold if you don't have a microwave or anything in there. I have on occasion used the blow dryer to heat my food up a little bit in the hotel room. When we don't have room service, when some of our hotels don't have room service, I will, heat up a rib with a blow dryer. But yes, I do love the ribs. So anyway, after Area 15 and the barbecue place, we went. We did Battlefield Vegas, which was a whole nother cool experience. So if you didn't remember the first battlefield experience HEXicans did, we did the whole tank thing and we rolled over a car and that was fun in a show. But this time we all went there and we all had group packages. Some of the people back then were able to shoot guns. Well, this time we all had a package to go in and shoot guns. And we shot Uzis and we shot AKs and 45s and shotguns, 9mm and shotguns. I mean, it was a great time. We actually had a minigun in there that they were shooting. I mean, that was like, I mean, it was insane. 50 cal they had going off in there would just like take the air out of the room. It was really, really fun. And everybody got to take some cool pictures, hang out, great time. And then one of the other events that we did was here, remind me real quick. I'm trying to think of
we did karaoke after that. But before you talk about that, SJ looked like a straight boss with that shotgun. Like I was watching the video back. Boy.
It was my favorite weapon when I played Halo.
She was good with the shotgun. Yes, she was. And looking very elegant in her black strapless dress with the shotgun. That was cool. And so after that deal, we did some karaoke, which was on a whole nother level. We had everything from people who could sing to people who shouldn't sing to people who better not ever sing again. And the food was insane. I don't know how much we paid for that, but I can't believe the amount of food that they kept bringing. It was just like table after table, shrimps and beef things and just all the stuff just kept coming and coming and coming. I was like, holy moly. And I think we left and there was like 2 tablesfuls of food, right? I mean, that was insane. Yeah. And it was really nice. Really nice.
I overdid it a little bit on the food, but I don't like anybody to ever be hungry. So I rather like have a little too much than like people looking around like, can I get another piece of chicken?
but like, I mean, let's face it. Pulse Chain Tour folks never go hungry. There is never ever anybody getting hungry on the Pulse Chain Tour. In fact, it's like, my gosh, I got to come home and lose a few more pounds before I go back out again.
Great. I don't think we've ever had a bad experience with our food once.
No, we haven't. I mean, we've like, okay. So I got to tell another story. Okay, Linda. So Black HEXican. So she's like Mama Bear and a pit bull and a gangbanger all in the same package, right? Because she's watching you out the side of her eye and she's going to get you. And don't you dare put your hand on, anything that you don't need to be putting your hand on. Don't try and sneak into any back doors because she's going to be there to jack you up. And don't mess with her people. And, if you're her people, she's going to take care of you. That is for damn sure. You're going to be taken care of. You're going to get what you deserve. You're going to get what you need. And she's going to get you extra. So check this out. So we go to the VIP event in Vegas. And for some reason, because of Vegas, of course, we were missing about, I don't know, 4 or 5 VIPs, I think. And they just didn't, they were no shows. And one of them actually was texting, hey, I'm going to go over here and have dinner with such and such. So there were all these extra VIP tickets that didn't get taken care of. And she goes into the back. She goes and snatches up the manager and the waitresses and the cooks and says, check this out. You guys need to take all these VIP tickets we paid for, and you need to put all that food on these tables. And she went around and she made them bring it out, and they served us all those plates of VIP foods, and they put it out on all the tables, and everybody had an extra of everything that there was. So that's the kind of efficiency that comes from Black HEXican. She makes sure things are taken care of and that we get every last drop. Like how grandma taught you how to eat the chicken, you eat that thing down to the bone. You don't be leaving no chicken on that bone, right? So that's what she does. And
if we pay for it, we're getting it. I'm just saying, like, if we pay for it, it's ours.
Exactly. And then And then the other thing is that I've learned, and this is my problem. So because I am Mr. 3, you know, the friends and the people that know me come to me and say, hey, RG, look, and I didn't get a ticket. I'm like, oh, come on, I got you. You know, I got you. And I'll bring them in the back door, and then boom, like you think everybody else gets in trouble? No. I get in trouble too. She won't do it right off the bat. She'll hit me with that look, and I'll say, no, I got it. And then she'll hit me with that look again, and I'm like, oh shit, now I got to deal with this afterward because I ain't getting the look, I'm getting the talk. And afterwards, she'll pull me over to the side and say, look, it's okay that you want to take care of these people and buy this person lunch and that person lunch and everything, but you're messing up the count. You're messing up the things that we're doing here. This is all events that are planned and programmed. So, friends, those of you out there who you know RG cares deeply for, don't ask me no more because I can't do it. I get in trouble. It's not just I don't care buying any of you lunch or whatever. That doesn't matter. I can't take it from her no more. She kicks my ass every time if I'm screwed things up. And then it takes like about 3 or 4 drinks at that point for her to start talking to me again. So let me tell you guys a story about that. So I get in trouble on every tour event. So I'm in trouble every time, right? It's because
every time
the stress of the whole thing puts her at this certain point, right? Like she gets to this point where she's operating, but she's operating under like fire. Like she's burning on all cylinders, even with problems. But then there's me. And when I get thrown in on the mix, how can I say this? I'm not the guy who has all the answers or remembers things all the time, like schedules, when I'm supposed to be up, when anybody else is supposed to be up. So I'm always kind of like relying on those two to keep me filled in on a regular basis. I need to be reminded every like 15 minutes while the thing's going on, what I'm supposed to be doing, what we're supposed to be doing. And so that puts her in a whole nother level of like frustration. So after every event, she has to wind down before she'll even talk to me, look at me, have a smile on her face or whatever. So what I do is I sit back during the mixer and I have my little HEXican Zero and I watch her put one drink down. I'm like, okay, she's had one. And then by the time she gets the second one down, then I start to see the smile crack on her face a little bit. And I'm like, okay, now I can get within 5 feet of her and maybe she'll even say hello or something to me, right? So then I move in to kind of say, hey. And when she turns around, she goes, hey, RG. Then I'm like, all right, I'm in. It's all good now. She's had about 2 or 3. But when I have to put
not like this stream.
when she has to go to 4, then I know I really messed the whole thing up today, you know? So
I feel bamboozled. I really do. I was told that we were coming to talk about events and what's coming and
this
where
is the
we're
event.
going.
This is the inside scoop of what happens at the event, right? So and then of course after that it's all fun and games and we just have to project SJ for the rest of the evening and that's it.
Yeah, because she'll get kidnapped. Like loves SJ appears, right? Hit him with it. You know how you do. Hit him with the smile and the pretty. Yes. And everybody
don't kidnap me, please.
Take SJ.
Don't do it. Please don't get too intoxicated because you need drinks to talk to me. Don't do that either.
Oh my God.
Oh, that too.
We can't even tell the stories of all the crushes and all the
broken hearts left across the whole country.
Oh yeah, there are broken hearts all around the country.
It's never, guys. It's just like my legacy. When I was in college, one of my roommates, she was really bored one day. She draws this cute little caricature of the 3 of the roommates and kind of little things about them and like little traits. And it's got me with I had all these buttons, right? I loved music. So I had all these band buttons that I'd wear all the time. And on the floor behind me is a trail of broken hearts. And she pointed to it, the trail of deservedly broken hearts. That trail just continues. I walk upon it every day.
So warning you fellers, warning you now that yes, that is a heartbreaker right there. And if you want to end up on the same floor on the trail of broken hearts, then yes, go ahead and pursue that with lots and lots of drink, because that's what she really loves is you guys who just get obliterated so that you can talk to her and end up passing out or throwing up into the parking lot to impress her.
Too much.
But I'll tell you, the places that we've been, the HEXicans that we've met and been able to serve, with our content and the food and the fun and the camaraderie, relationships, mixers, and all the things that we've done, it's been an absolute pleasure. And we've met some of the best people, and we've networked with some of the best people, and the growth that this community is having is, it's insane. We are really on the trail of doing what we want to do, and that's fill stadiums. And this year we get to go take it global during a bull market, and we're excited about that. That's going to be a lot of fun. The Europeans are calling me. I'm starting to get calls from people asking me, hey, are we going to be here? Are we going to be there? And no, you're going to have to come visit us here. These are our locations that we'll be at. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun coming out there to meet you guys and bring you guys into the fold and become part of the tour here.
Yeah. And I love seeing how so much of the community is getting behind us. And it seems like the further we get into these events, the more and more support, we're getting. Like, we've always had wonderful support from our content creators, right? I think that they have a mutual love and respect for you, because you have grinded it out. Like, I don't know too many people that can say that they have, through all of it, through the bear, even in retirement, still stayed consistent, stayed streaming, stayed with a positive message, like you have, RG. And I know that the other content creators in the space respect you so much for it, like we do. And they have really shown up for us because of that. We've had pretty much everybody, like anybody that you can think of, almost, we've had at one of our events, volunteering their time to come and speak, right? Just to name a few. Johnny Chaos is a huge one, because everyone knows he hates coming out of his his 50 miles of land. Like, that is it. Like, don't ask me to come further than that. And he came all the way to Chicago for us. Access has spoke at a couple different events. Crypto Coffee, Rags to Riches, Crypto Heartbeat, like everybody, KG from Internet Money, like so many people. In Vegas, we had RH Max has spoke a couple times, both in Seattle, at Vegas, Dollar Cost, Cultivate Crypto. And now we're starting to see, the other crypto influencers, like, feeling the vibe, feeling how wonderful it is to be a part of this community and wanting in on it, right? So now we got Ben Armstrong coming to the event. We got DIY Investing coming to the event. He's going to be at our next event in Utah. So it didn't just stop at, Vegas. Everybody loves Vegas. Let's, go and have a good time and turn up. Like, he's really investing his time and his energy into the community because he believes in what Postchain is, being true DeFi. Yes, Crypto Bestie, a fashion coder, will be at the next event. Drac and Brad from Tang Gang will be at the next event. Hexray Vision will be at the next event. So to me, that's what really touches me and keeps me motivated, is knowing that we're not alone. Like, we had a meeting just the other day, and somebody was like, wait a minute, you mean that the tour team is the three of you? He was like shocked by that. And I was like, yeah, well, number one, we're a great team. So I'm just going to pat us on the back. Like, we fill each other's, voids so well. Like, what you RG do, what you SJ do is not what I do. And so we just make like a perfect mesh of skills and talent. and then we get along. I mean, I'm sure anybody watching this stream can tell that we vibe. You know what I mean? But but in addition to that, it's the way that anytime we go to someone else outside of the team and say, hey, we would really like your support for this, then they give it to us. And to me, that's real community.
Yeah.
So that's what keeps me motivated and pushing and going.
Yeah.
Nice.
Absolutely. I think part of that is a testament to just who we are as individuals and what we've done, you know, individually before we came together, and like the message that we've constantly put out, right? Like it's been y'all have been in longer than I have, but I feel like, you know, we each individually have done really awesome things in and for this community. I mean, like Caitlin, the book that you and your husband put out, and like RG, like the movie and everything, like there's so many different veins of creation, right, that we've either done or been a part of. And I think that people see that and are aware of that. And that's to me, that's how I get paid is hearing people say how much they appreciate, you know, the work that we've done or are doing, and how much they appreciate going to these events and the information that they've received. That was, to me, I got the same compliment several times in Vegas, and it blew me away to hear people say that of the events they'd ever been to, that they felt that they had the most value in this Las Vegas event, because just, you know, everything from the beginning of the seminar day to the end was just straight wonderful, like brilliant information, you know, learning about new projects, learning about different ways to utilize, you know, Richard Hart's ecosystem. So I just really appreciate, you know, the fact that it's like what does Lit say? Like we like a Voltron come together like this. Something like that.
I don't know.
That's more my team.
I got my own little word we can use. We're like a lituation.
Like a what?
So not a situation, but a lituation.
Lituation. I love it. I love it. We are a lituation.
Well, I mean, the value that our events put out compared to, for instance, like a Bitcoin event. You know, I went to the big crypto conference in Miami last year, and you know, they had some great speakers. They had, you know, Bobby Kennedy, whatever Jr., whatever his name is, and they had, you know, of course, Chris Wall, some of our community enemies or whatever, and others, people that create their own cryptos and whatnot. But I didn't feel the value there that I feel here. And it's not because I'm biased, and it's not because, you know, this is our thing. It's there's no advancement going on in crypto. They're all spinning their wheels in the same place that has failed them over and over and over again. And here we are bringing new and exciting innovation and a new word and a new whole concept, which is DeFi, really what crypto was supposed to be. And we're bringing that to people, and they're excited about it, and they like hearing about it, and they like learning about it. And it's us that's bringing it to them, you know, and of course they're getting it in 2D elsewhere and whatnot. But when they finally sit down and meet us and go, oh shit, BlaKCican is a real person who's really going to kick my ass if I try and sneak in this place without paying for it, or take something off of this merch table without paying for it, or, you know, and then, oh my gosh, there is the lovely positivity princess of HEXico running around here like she's throwing flowers around and all happy about everything, no matter what's going on. And and there's the dumb old pirate. Exactly. And they get to see that for real, and they get to really see who we really are. This isn't an act. This isn't, you know, something that we put together with, you know, somebody else's money or whatever. This is real. This is us doing our thing, being who we are, trying to serve the community. And it's nice to hear people seeing the value in it.
Yeah. Whew. So now it's really just about getting the message out there, because like you said, there's so much more value in these smaller type events, right? Of course, one day we want to fill stadiums, but we want to do it organically to where you want to come back because you've built relationships with so many people that are going to be there, that were at the smaller event the year before and the smaller event the year before, and it just keeps growing organically like that. But at this point for us, it's really about just getting that message out there, because I know that if you come and you attend, you're going to have a great time. You're going to build connections with people that are there. I just sometimes feel like we have to do more to get the word out there. I think sometimes us just posting on Twitter or being on one channel, we get stuck in one little echo chamber of information. And so that's why I almost asked the chat, help us come up with new marketing strategies to get the word out even further, because we know that we're bringing value. So now it's just about gaining more attention and bringing more people to the table.
Yeah, and stepping outside of the crypto space, because we've become an echo chamber for Richard Hart and his ecosystem and whatnot, and that's all fine and dandy, and it's great having the HEXicans around. But let's figure out how to step into colleges and universities and different gaming communities, or streaming communities, their car community, you name it, whatever else that we can tap into somehow, some way. We'd like to try and do that. And with some of your help, some of you guys have ideas and you guys have access, or you have ways to get in touch with other people, media outlets, YouTubers, whatever. Let's try and bring that in. Let's try and teach the world and other communities about DeFi. And, let's see if you guys can help us do that. And if you see anything that we can improve, things that you'd like to see on tour, any suggestions, this is also a place for you guys to do that. Come here, let us know what you're thinking. If you've got a great idea or you've tapped into something, let us know.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you, SJ, want to bring up the tour website, but I think this would probably be a good time to just kind of show them what the next few events are on the horizon.
Robert Kelleher said, is it possible to do a raise for a fundraiser or someone who needs help in each community? $5K. I do raise $30K plus for those who need surgery or prosthetics, cancer treatments at each tour locations. Let's talk about that. We can talk about that. I would bring more recognition in each location you guys visit. I would bring more recognition. Yeah, we really need to let people know about Utah right now, because Utah is where we're going next, and Utah is where we should be selling tickets now. So if you're in the area or you have people in Utah, here's another thing that you can do, is if you have people in that area, send them to us. Maybe even gift them a ticket. Gift them a ticket and send them to the event and say, hey, I want you guys, you're my friend, I want you to learn about DeFi, and here's some friends of mine that are going to help you. And especially if these people are new and you do something like that, like if this is a new person coming, we'll actually put on the kid gloves and take care of them and do something for them, and make sure that they are represented, that you're represented properly for, sending your people to us, because that's who we want. We want people who are fresh, people who are new, people don't know about crypto. And maybe there's something that we can do for people who are gifted and become guests like that, or I don't know. We'll figure something out. But like I said, we'll definitely take care of the people that you send to us, and, help us help you, because they'll be your onboard soon. And, we want you to have an easier time at it. And we can help do that. So what do we got here? Are we going through the Utah? You want to roll that back?
Schedule.
So starting at 11, it's going to be.
Northern United goes first. So the space that's hosting us is actually going to have a representative there who's going to speak a little bit about what they're doing in the Web3 world. And I'm really excited because this is not the same as, but similar to the Atlanta blockchain kind of space. So I think
So
I think
they're called
like this are
Nerd
really-
United, and
Mhm.
they hold workshops and think tanks for Web3 spaces and projects. So they're going to be doing a early morning presentation, and then they'll bring me up at 11, and I will go through the DeFi journey and talk to people about crypto, the advancements of all of the different conceptual cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum and Hex, and where they ended up in DeFi with Pulse Chain. And because of that, so it's not just a Pulse Chain talk. The presentation I do goes through the whole history and why we're at Pulse Chain and how we got to Pulse Chain. And then at noon, after that, Drac and Brad from Tang Talk Wireless, who have an amazing product that they're working on, that they've actually brought to the community, to Pulse Chain. They're going to be doing their talk. I think that I really think that this project could possibly be one of those things that just makes crypto explode if they do what they think they're going to do and finish what they think. And then, of course, we'll have lunch. Is lunch included in the? That's for the whole.
The whole
everybody?
group, yeah. So for this event, we decided to make lunch auto inside all the tickets. So that's why, even though we always try to keep our tickets really low, what we saw in Houston was that everyone wanted the lunch. So we just went ahead and put it into the ticket price this time. Sometimes that's not really reasonable to do, especially when we're at hotel venues. Hotels, although it's nice to be at a space where we sleep and we can, have our stuff there, and it's easy to step out any type of drive in between, I don't want to use the R word. They do you really, really dirty when it comes to food and beverage. Like insane. Like literally, they will charge you for a lunch like $65 a person. And most of the time our tickets are $65 a person.
Yeah, that's insane. Insane. But the idea that we had in Houston, having the sandwiches and all of that was a really good deal. That made it nice.
Yep. And then after lunch, we will continue with the Women in Crypto panel, which I'm really looking forward to this. So this will be the second time that BlaKC and I have actually gone on stage during one of these events. And I think that it's important. We're really, I'm stoked. Fashion Coder is going to be there too. She's just a gem. If you didn't catch it, she was actually on chatting with the captain last night, and that was a really great stream. But I think it's important that the women that are in crypto, are uplifted and have a voice and are represented, because there's so few of us. It's different, I think. I mean, I don't know, because I've never been in any other crypto community, but from what I hear, from what I understand, there are more women in Richard Hart's ecosystem and in our Pulse Chain community than many others.
By far.
Yeah.
By far.
It's awesome.
By far.
So yeah. I think that's great, and that we should be able to, perpetuate that and make women feel included and let them know, like, hey, like, I started this journey without knowing anything about crypto, and I'm not a tech person, or just, being able to relate to women in different ways, because I feel like it can be hard for women to relate to, the bro kind of frat party thing going on in crypto most of the time.
Yeah.
And pirates.
And what I love about this panel is the different perspectives of the women that we have, right? I feel like I represent that married woman who kind of got into crypto because her husband was in crypto. And then I kind of had to decide how involved I wanted to be on my own, where you came to crypto on your own, like wanting, or always been extremely independent, but wanting
the trail of broken hearts.
wanting to like navigate this new financial landscape. And then we do have Fashion Coder, which is from the techie side, like actually reads code, understands at a whole different level that can speak to those ladies that come from that kind of background. That's like, no, I'm here for the tech, you know,
and the younger generation.
and the younger
she's
generation.
great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then do you guys know I was the first streamer to actually showcase the women of Hex?
Yeah, you were. That's why you're still in our ladies group, huh?
I started the group. I was getting feedback from you guys, and then it turned into this cesspool of the HEXican housewives or whatever. And it was like, oh my God, I got to get out of here sometimes. Like, oof, you ladies. Man, I thought the guys were bad.
And it's so funny because like every time we forget that he's there, he drops like this super piratey meme in there just to be like, yeah, ladies, I'm still here.
What did you? I heard that. Oh yeah. They have the whole this guy, or this guy. They do that stuff in there, guys. I'm telling you. But I ain't never gonna tell any of you. I'm telling any of you. You're all gonna have to figure it out on your own.
Don't tell our secrets.
But I won't tell the secrets. Nope. I know my place. So then after that, right, we're going to be doing Donovan Jolly, DIY investing. What a gem we've picked up with him in the community. I mean, what a good young man. I mean, this guy has got a head on his shoulders. Like, he really gets it, and he figured it out on his own. Guy's got 85,000 followers on YouTube, has been running in crypto spaces for a long time on crypto Twitter and everything else. And at first felt the same way about Hex as everybody else did. Why? Because the other influencers influenced him to not want to look deeper at it, to go ahead and be okay with Richard Hart being a scammer because of the way he looked and dressed and acted. And he bought into the whole thing. And then one day he realized, wait a minute, there's mad gains going on over there. There's a vibrant community over there. There's something else going on that I have missed. And oh shit, did I miss? And he went in and did his research and said, oh shit, I screwed up. I rested on my laurels and I shouldn't have. And shame on me. And that's his approach now. And he's like, I'm a HEXican. I'm a full-blooded HEXican now. And here I am. I'm going to help.
HEXican for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing that's one thing that I actually really like about like what we're doing is that he's actually been super open about not liking Hex. Like he is a post chain enthusiast, a post X enthusiast, and he understands, you know, why some people like Hex, but he's a young guy. He doesn't really, you know, buy into the whole 15-year staking thing. Like they kind of like
trader,
live fast, all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, like he respects where we're coming from. He loves post chain, and it's okay to not like everything that somebody else likes, to not always have the same opinions, but to still support each other and the growth of our chain. So
it's okay to be uneducated for a while. That's how we'll say it. He'll learn. He'll get it. He'll figure it out. He's still young. He's still got time. He's not wrong. He's just inaccurate, and we'll fix that.
We'll fix that.
Yeah. All right. And then one of my great friends, Hexray Vision, will be giving us the new use cases for NFTs. Very cool. We already know what a use case is. You can use it as a couponing system for Pulse Chain Tour by getting your NFTs through us and getting a Pulse Chain Tour NFT. For those of you who've been around for a little bit and you have bought tickets in the past, I think, has everybody been updated? Has everybody gotten their NFTs or?
No,
it's a slow rollout.
Okay, we're still working on it, but you're all getting your NFTs if you've been to an event in the past.
Yeah, if you've been to any event, you will be getting an NFT. I'm actually working on the one for Portland right now. I'm working back, like I started at Dublin and then Portland. So I'm going in the order of the tour that we went in last year, but I'm doing all of those in between the NFTs that have to be done for the events that are upcoming. So I'm doing 3 right now. So I'm working on the Utah, just the classic, and then the gold. Maybe I'm gonna go to our NFT page. Let's just go over there real quick and show you what I'm talking about. So in case you didn't know,
about to end the show.
this is what happens. So these NFTs, basically, these you can read the text here, and I will explain. So the classic NFT for Utah, I'm working on, and the gold NFT. That's not always as difficult because I just have to put a filter on it to kind of switch it over to gold and add the text and things like that. But the collaborative NFT, right, which is the other thing that we do here, which did I click on? Sorry, it's so
no,
big
that's the loyalty page.
Okay, great. So the collab NFTs, those are a little more intensive, as you can see. There's a lot more going on. I'm usually collaborating with someone else to either do the artwork or the music or the metadata. In this case, I'm really, really stoked because I have spoken with Drac of Tank Talk, and he and I are collaborating on this Utah NFT. So yeah, so the gold classic and the collab NFT and then the Portland NFT are all things that are just throwing all those fires on the shrimps on the Barbie, or whatever you want to call it.
Irons in the fire.
Yeah.
And they should probably know that for the collab NFT,
yes,
we will be launching that during the Tank Talk Spaces. And in order to be eligible for the free mint for that one, you will need to own this, the very first collab Tangang NFT, Orange Juice Everywhere.
Yep. Who's that there? Who's that in that picture?
So now back to the event. After that last speaker, we will be doing a live AMA, and that means we're just going to be sitting there answering questions. And of course, that doesn't end there. That bleeds into the meeting after the meeting, the VIP dinner, and the festivities that go on after the VIP dinners. That's where the networking really happens. It's the meeting after the meeting. It's the VIP event where you get to sit down with all the influencers and myself, and we get to go over your information, your personal questions, the things that you want to understand more about what we understand about the ecosystem itself, about, what you're doing with your experience in the Richer Heart ecosystem, and get answers and stories. So that's the value of the VIP events and what goes on. You don't just get to, have the dinner and be part of the tour as far as supporting it, but you actually get some one-on-one time with those influencers that are there, that are on the marquee, or myself and Black HEXican and SJ. So that's what you get out of that.
Yeah. And so we don't need to go through like the whole schedule for the other events, but I want to at least just run through the other cities that we have coming up. I mean, I've never been to Canada, so I'm super excited to go to Vancouver. Yes. So that will be early May. After May, then we start the Europe leg, where we'll be teaming up with KSB to do the Amsterdam event and the Berlin event, which will be spoken in German. So if you do not speak German, then you probably want to try and hit that Amsterdam event or the London event. Those two events will be in English. So then after the Berlin event, then we have the Hex Cruise, which I have made a cruiser out of my girl SJ. So I feel like I have won. My mission in life is complete, because any person that I can change from a cruises to yes,
I was adamantly against it. I was like, this is wretched. I'm never gonna do this again. I did it again, and it was spectacular. Like, I had an amazing time. It really is. You just have to take advantage of what a cruise offers. Because
you do.
Yeah, I was just thinking, it was going to be different. Like I had a whole different like outlook at first, and now that I understand the cruise, I get the cruise life. I'm about that cruise life now. It's a journey, not the destination.
I love the class and level of service you get when you go all out on a cruise. You know,
Yeah.
I'm spoiled now because I have like made sure that I had the, you know, top amenities within the cruise. And it's like you walk wherever you want, you do whatever you want. You walk up to a restaurant and like everybody straightens up like, oh shit, there's Mr. 3 and his family. Take care of them. Oh, there's Mr. 3 and his friends. Take care of Mr. 3's friends. Make sure that everything's okay. I just love that part of it. It's just, you know, you work really hard. You put a lot of value into something and you're rewarded and you're taken care of. And I love that. I love that service. And I like my friends being able to experience it and the people around me being able to experience it. And on a cruise, I don't think you get that type of service or that class of service anywhere else than when you're on a cruise. They really make sure that their customers that have come and paid for the experience get that experience. Like, even when there's problems, they've like bent over backwards and said, we want to apologize. We want to do this. We'll do that for you. And then they're on their best from then on. And it's just really, if you want a good service, class of service experience, the cruises are the best. And the food, you can't beat the food, man. Food's like
the all-inclusive is wonderful. But what I really love about it is the family aspect. Like I have 3 kids, right? So like there's not too many places. Like when we go to Vegas, I have to leave the kids at home because otherwise they're just going to be stuck in the hotel room. Like I don't want them going out to the club with me or, you know, down to the casino. But like on the cruise boat, literally they can do their own thing. They can go to the kids club, the teens club. I can go to the casino, or I can go to the bar, or I can go to the club. We can all meet up at the pool. We can all meet up and eat. Like everyone has their freedom, you know, because like where are you gonna go? Like you gonna get off the boat? No, like we're here. So I love it. My kids love it. My family loves it. Matter of fact, the September cruise that we have booked, the next Post Chain cruise, I have 20 family members coming to that cruise already. So I know that that's going to be like huge. Yeah.
This one here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. Going to be fun.
Yeah, leaving out of Galveston.
What's that?
I just said leaving out of Galveston, Texas.
Yes. That one looks like it's going to be a blast for the kids. Look at that thing. That is.
That boat is crazy. SJ's going to get to ride her merry-go-round.
Oh, they got a merry-go-round.
And a garden.
There's a merry-go-round and a garden.
That's all I want.
Yeah, one of the very first. I went on the so that's the Harmony. I was on the Allure of the Seas when it was brand new, when it first came out. I heard it's kind of old now, but when it was brand new, I went on it. It was one of the first. It was the first year it was cruising, and that thing was insane. It had a park. It had Central Park in the middle of it. They had birds flying around inside the place, and it was insane. It was insane. Trees growing in there and all that. But yeah, the Allure was awesome, and I hear this ship is even nicer.
Yeah, so, definitely the biggest ship I've ever been on. So I'm excited.
They've got mountain climbing walls, and I think our room this time, although we didn't get the room, we got a room that like overlooks the water park or whatever.
No, your room is even sicker than that. Like I'm definitely gonna hang out in your room. Your room overlooks the theater.
The theater, the water theater.
You can literally like watch the shows. They have like almost Broadway level shows, and you can watch the shows from your balcony and not have to worry about beating the crowd down for good seats or anything like that. Like I'm definitely coming. Tell your wife.
Uh-oh.
Oh, she's frozen.
She's frozen. Darn it. and not a here, pull her. Can you pull her down?
I can't now. She's in control. She's the only
Oh,
one in
darn
control. Well, that's the face of someone who's excited about a cruise, ladies and gentlemen. I'm
And yes,
stoked.
we're gonna have a great time
Everything.
on that cruise.
Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yep. Well, it has been an hour. Is she in the? Was it? Oh, there she is. She's back.
Every time I talk too much, it kicks me out. Every time. So let's just wrap this thing up. We've been on there for an hour.
Yeah. So the cruise are going to be great.
God, we
Harmony
can
and
talk,
Steve
can't we?
out of Galveston is going to be great, and you guys should be there. So first things first, Utah. If you're in Utah or you have peeps in Utah, get yourself there. We want to see you. Come be part of the event. You want to hang out with us for real, go get your VIP tickets so that we can spend some time together. And then if you absolutely can't make it there, you can. One of the things we forgot to talk about is that we will be opening up a subscription for every event. That you will be able to purchase a subscription and actually watch it right from the website live. We'll be live streaming the events this year, and you'll be able to catch them right there. And you can either have an ongoing subscription, watch all the events, see your favorite streamers that are going to be at the events with us doing their presentations live in front of everyone, or just, save the one that you really want to see. So yes, Canada, we're going to be in Canada. So that's it. Don't forget, get your tickets for Utah. It's coming up on the 13th of April, really, really soon. And we'll catch you guys on next Tuesday, where we'll be doing the Tour Talk Tuesday once again and telling you guys a little bit more about what's going on in Utah and what else is happening in the future, because we have new events that we haven't put on yet that we'll be updating you guys with.
Yep. And if you didn't make it to Vegas, but you want to see that content, that is on the website right now. So you can go and buy that subscription and watch that content, because that is like top quality content right there. So
that was a superstar cast of content creators. We had everyone from BitBoy and Donovan to Dollar Cost Crypto, Drac from Tank Talk, the Project Pi guys. You can watch all of them going into competition for their pitch fest. Watch the Project Pi guys win first place, and just Access's stream was in there. Everybody that
Pulse Domains had a great presentation as well.
Oh yeah, Pulse Domains was good.
For Pulse Domains. Yes, get in there and check that out, guys, if you want. It's still available. All right, everybody. Have a good one. Thanks for having us.